Hey, welcome. So, we've all been there, right? You're in a conversation, you're trying to make your case, could be at work, could be anywhere, and then you hear it. That one word that just feels like hitting a brick wall. Well, today, we're going to take that moment of fear and turn it into your single biggest advantage. Let's get into how to flip that no into a moment where they finally know your value.
First up, and this is the most important part, we've got to totally shift our mindset. We've been trained to see objections as these big, scary roadblocks. But what if they're not? What if they're actually a signpost, pointing you toward a much better, much more productive conversation?
Just think about it for a second. What's that word? The one that lands and you feel your stomach drop just a little bit, like a door is slamming shut right in front of you?
Yep, that's the one. Objection. It just feels like a hard no, doesn't it? But here's the thing. I think we've been getting this all wrong. Let's tear up the old definition and write a new one, right now. This is huge. An objection is not a rejection. Let that sink in. It's an invitation. It means the other person is actually paying attention, they're engaged, and they're asking you to show them more. They're literally handing you a roadmap to what matters to them. So forget thinking it's the end of the line. This is where the real conversation actually begins. All right, so if these are invitations, how do we RSVP? How do we handle them? Well, you need a game plan, a simple framework that you can lean on every single time. And that's what we're going to call the HERE method. It's just 4 simple steps. First, halt. Your gut reaction is to jump in and defend, but you gotta fight that. Just stop and listen, really listen. Second, empathize. You show them you get it. Something as simple as, that's a valid concern, proves you're on the same team. Third, ask. This is key. You need to dig a little deeper to find out what the real issue is. And finally, once you've done all that, you respond. You address their specific point with cold hard facts. This is your secret weapon.
Okay, theory's great, but let's get into the real world. Let's put the HERE method to work on some of the toughest, most common objections out there. The ones all about price, competitors, and that big looming question, why you?
A modern classic. You're going to hear this one a lot. So let's use the method. First, you halt. Don't get defensive. Then, empathize. That makes total sense. ChatGPT is a fantastic tool. See? You're agreeing with them. Now you ask, out of curiosity, what are the main things you're using it for day to day? This isn't a dead end. It's them asking, how are you actually different? And once you've listened, you can respond. You lay it out just like this. Look, ChatGPT is an incredible tool for one person, sitting at a desk typing in prompts. Raia, that's a platform for building a team of autonomous digital employees. They don't need a human to kick them into action. They start workflows on their own. They plug right into your business systems. It's really the difference between a helpful pocket knife and a fully automated factory.
And there it is, the big one, return on investment. Let's do it again. Halt. Don't flinch. Empathize. Absolutely. At the end of the day, if the numbers don't add up, none of this matters. Then you ask, to make this a no-brainer, what are the key metrics you'd really need to see a jump in? This isn't an attack, it's a demand for proof. And honestly, that's fair enough.
And your response? You hit them with the proof. You bring the receipts. And we're not talking about fuzzy ideas here. We're talking about real results. Imagine this. More than half your support tickets just disappear. Your conversion rates jump by 1/3. And the cost of getting that work done plummets by 95%. That's a 20 times improvement. These are the numbers that answer the ROI question loud and clear. Better yet, you can walk them through the math for their own business. You just use a simple template like this one. What are you spending now? Okay. What's the new lower cost? Great. Now let's add back the value you get from being more efficient. And boom, all of a sudden you've got a real number for net monthly savings. It takes it from an abstract idea to actual dollars and cents.
Okay, let's switch gears. We're moving from the world of numbers into something a little more personal. Trust. When you talk about AI and company data, security isn't just a feature on a list. It's the foundation of everything. This isn't just a technical hurdle we have to clear. It's a confidence hurdle.
And confidence? Well, that comes from having the facts. So let's be crystal clear. The most important one is right at the top. Your data never, ever trains public models. Period. From there, we just knock down every other worry. Is it safe? It's encrypted everywhere. Is it getting mixed up with another company's data? Nope. Totally isolated. Who can see it? Only the people you say can see it, and we track everything. And this isn't just us saying it, it's all backed up by the big certifications, SOC2, HIPAA, and GDPR.
So, if you're going to remember just one thing about security, let it be this. This is the promise. It's your data, it's your control. And top-tier, enterprise-grade security isn't some expensive add-on. It's just how it works, right out of the box. All right, so we've covered the value, we've covered the trust. The last bucket of objections is all about the how. These are the practical, roll-up-your-sleeves questions about what it really takes to get from this conversation to seeing actual results.
Oof, and this one is a painful one, isn't it? Because let's be honest, pretty much everyone has been burned by some tech project that dragged on forever and didn't deliver. That fear is real. So you halt, and you empathize. I totally get that. You're right to be skeptical of long drawn-out projects. Then you ask, in a perfect world, what would a timeline look like that feels like a quick win for you and your team?
And then you hit them with the reality. Because this isn't a months-long slog. Look at this timeline. In 1 week, we have an agent set up and trained on your data. By week 4, it is live and already delivering value. This isn't some massive overhaul. It's a sprint. It's designed from the ground up to get you results fast.
And here's the best part. The value proposition is completely lopsided in your favor. I mean, look at this. The cost to run a pilot is about what you'd pay for one full-time employee. But the output you get? It's like having 5 to 10 people working for you. It's an unbelievably low-risk way to prove that this thing really works.
And remember, that pilot, that's just the launch pad. The goal here isn't to just give you one cool tool. It's to help you build an entire digital workforce. You start with one agent, you prove its value, and then you scale up. Think of this less like a one-off gadget and more like building a command center for your new team of autonomous employees.
So let's wrap this all up. We started out being afraid of objections, and now we're using them as our guide. The big takeaway here is that you have to shift from being on defense to starting a dialogue. You're not there to fight their concerns, you're there to work with their concerns to build an even stronger case together.
When you really boil it down, every single objection is just a question that someone's afraid to ask. It's an opportunity to build trust, to show your value, and to prove that you are actually listening. So the only question that's left is, are you ready to start answering?